Hello, ladies and gents. This is Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review, my recap of American Horror Story Season 8, Apocalypse, Episode 7. Oh boy. Joan Collins is back. Her name is Bubbles. She's a witch. And she has the ability to read into people's soul. Essentially, she can read minds. And she's needed. So, Balenciaga, okay, I'll call her Myrtle. I'll call her Myrtle for now. Myrtle, she reaches out to Madison. Madison and her go, and they meet up with Bubbles because they need to go and see what Ariel, who's the leader of the Hawthorne School, what he's planning, and if they need to be worried and concerned. Well, of course they need to be worried and concerned, but how bad is it? So she agrees. She'll help out her fellow witches, and we get that plot line going. Actually, we can continue with that one. We actually go to the dinner. I'm jumping way ahead. We go to the dinner, and it's just Myrtle and Bubbles. And they're feeding these men. I said they probably bewitched the food. You can't tell me they didn't bewitch the food, especially how they were acting towards the end. She was talking about this random story about where the alcohol came from. And the entire time, Bubbles was just getting to read on their minds and their souls. And they want to kill the witches. They want to kill all of the witches, not just the Supreme. They want to kill all of the witches. They can't wait to use Michael to do it. It's bad. It's bad. It was horrible. He was like, he hates her. He wishes he could kill her right now. Could kill them right now. They're old. They're crotchety. They're pretentious. It was like every mean thing you could think of, Bubbles was channeling from them. And she just had that look of, what the heck am I doing here? Myrtle, you just keep talking. If only you knew how bad this really is. Oh! So we have that. When the dinner was done, they got really tired. I said, oh, are we going to kill them now? And apparently, no. They're going to tell the information to Cordelia, and she'll come up with a plan. They'll come back fully armed, and that will be that. And actually, because I feel like I'm going to forget this, that's exactly what happens. We see that Ariel and the other guy, the guy with the glasses, came up with this powder, and the powder essentially kills all witches. Only kills all witches, and that's when Cordelia said, not so fast. She destroys the powder, and she was like, oh, so y'all thought that y'all thought that you could take me on? Even in my weakened state, I'm 100 times stronger than you'll ever be, combined. So she actually does a spell that zippers their mouths shut, not with an actual zipper, but almost like more skin folds over their lips so that they can't move it, so that no sound can come out. I thought she was going to suffocate them. That's what I would have done. My mind is a little demented. Pray for me. Anyway, especially after, you hear that story about the 11 and 12-year-old girls in Florida that are Satanists and devil worshippers and were trying to kill 15 classmates and drink their blood. You can't make this stuff up. Now, we see that, so they're going to get captured. We see that there's discrepancies with a lot of things. Apparently, Cordelia went to Dinah, whatever her name is. She's the new witch doctor. She's the one that took over for Angela Bassett, because remember, she was killed off, or at least she won't be coming back. And Cordelia needs her assistance because, well, before that, we see Dina, she goes to this rich woman's house because this rich woman wants a spell put on her husband so that his penis will only work for her. His sexual organ will only work for her and no other woman. She should have said no other person, because you don't know what your husband's really into. But anyway, so they go. She has him like restrained. He's thinking he's going to do something kinky. No. Downstairs, they're actually concocting this thing where it's nasty. It has her fingernails. It also has the heart of the woman who he was cheating on her with. So yeah, Dina went and killed her, took her heart, and maybe one or two other things. And she wanted to put strawberries in the smoothie so that it would go down. So no. The wife said no. So then they basically have his mouth wide open, have the stuff go down his throat. And at first I said, oh no, he's still breathing, so he's not dead. And the spell essentially, like I said, it'll stop his penis from working for anyone else but her. Yeah, maybe it was specific like that. So now we see Cordelia. She goes and meets up with Dina, and she needs her help. She needs her help because she wants to talk to, I almost called him the witch doctor. We can call him the voodoo doctor. Remember the guy in Coven who he would grant you immortality, amongst other things, if you were to go and give him a newborn baby, still a newborn baby, so he can keep the spirit. Some trash mess like that. Now, Cordelia had to pay Dina a lot of money, which she did. They conjured him up, but there was a tag along that I wasn't ready for. And I forgot her name. But remember the special needs girl in Coven? Yeah, well, she's played a lot of roles here in the American Horror Story. But she's back. She's hanging out with him. She's hanging out with him. She's having a grand old time in hell. I said she would. She was always demented. But the messed up part, the worst part in all of this is that Voodoo Doctor wants Cordelia to give him all of her witches in her coven, all of their souls. Sacrifice all of their souls so that she's able to go and take down Michael Langdon. She refuses. And you can only refuse this guy once. This is a one and done deal. So she refuses, and that's how things take a turn, because this is 2 years prior to all of this stuff even initially coming out. And remember, a bunch of the main people were dead. So it was Cordelia that actually weakened herself to bring back Myrtle. Because remember, Myrtle died. Balenciaga! Yeah, she was still dead. Because we were trying to figure out, okay, how did all these people come back? She brought Myrtle back because she needed assistance. She didn't know how to deal with this problem. So I said, oh, okay. I talked about Myrtle Bubbles, Ariel Sidekick, Cordelia. So Coco, Zoe, Queenie, and Mallory, all of them, Coco's powers are improving. Now she's able to go and, figure out how many calories are in all the foods. Before it was just gluten. Now it's calories. So she was able to accurately do it. Even when Queenie went and ate a piece of a snowball, which is a sugary treat. She ate a piece of it and it was like, it's only 8 calories in that. It's like, how is that possible? Because most of it's already gone. And when she went to go and eat the rest of it, as in Coco started choking or going to anaphylactic shock. It was something, one of the sorts. And then she died. And we're saying, what? She died like that? Really? But that's when Mallory uses her powers and she creates an opening into Coco's neck and physically removes the food that I guess she was technically choking on. And then she comes back to life. I mean, what type of magic is this? And that's what they were all thinking. And so that's when Zoe realized maybe Michael Langdon really isn't the Supreme. Duh, he's the Antichrist. He can't be the Supreme. He's not a witch or a warlock. And so then they had Mallory do the test of the 7 wonders. And Mallory, they used Zoe to bring the ashes of John Henry back. And why am I looking at this even though it doesn't even say his name? To bring John Henry back. And then they use Mallory to bring him back to life. And I said, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. So they bring him to the Coven, and Behold is there. So Behold says it's safe. You just tell them everything that you know. And they say, no, it wasn't Michael Langdon. It was actually a woman. So that's when it's Operation Get Mead. When I tell you the fact that Cordelia had Coco, and I said, how is Coco of all people supposed to... How is Coco of all people supposed to go and get mead? Apparently. And then that's when I realized Coco has money. Maybe this isn't a witch problem because this one isn't a witch. So Coco goes, follows Mead in her regular grocery store where she goes and gets her ingredients for her Satanism stuff. And Coco goes, knocks on Mead's window like, you're about to get yours. Mead goes, shoots her with something to probably knock her out. And that's when Coco's people, because Coco's rich, her security team, come in, knock out Mead, and take her. And so now we have Mead, we have Ariel, and the guy with the glasses, who was a part of the Warlock school. All three of them are now captive. And let me see. What else happened before that? There was actually a dinner with everyone, including the witches, including Behold, and they all go over the plan. Behold talks about, we need to kill Michael Langdon. He really is the Antichrist. He's the devil's spawn. And he's not someone that we can just tread lightly. We can't go and do all these side projects, because if we do all of these side projects, what's going to happen with him? He's going to go get away with this, and then what? And then what? It's like, Madison, back me up. It's like, yeah, he's right. We need to do something now. Cordelia said, look, now that we know who the next Supreme's going to be, which is Mallory, we need to just go and take care of some minor details before dealing with him. You know, you don't just go after the general. You go after his subordinates. So that's essentially Cordelia's plan. Go after the subordinates. Let's see. Donna, Rich Woman, Joan Collins, Ariel. Oh, yeah. So now that all of them were captured, I don't know how I got through this so quickly. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of side stuff. It was a really good episode. I enjoyed it, and it made me miss Coven even more than I already did. But we get to the end, and we see that, like I said, Ariel, Mead, and the guy with the glasses, they're all there. And they're going to be burned at the stake. But in true culture, in true fashion, I guess it's not allowed for you to technically kill people outside of your magical species. So a warlock has to kill the other warlocks, or like take vengeance on the person that took vengeance on them. And that's when John Henry comes out of nowhere, and all of them are like, oh! All of them, as in Mead and Ariel, like, oh! Oh! He's still alive? Yes, he's still alive. And Mead said, oh, the fire will cleanse her. I said, okay, then burn. The fire will cleanse her. She wasn't showing any fear as her body was being lit on fire by John Henry's fire. Ariel and the other one was screaming. I love the walk away. The walk away was bad. The walk away was bad. I said, now we're talking. Now we're talking. But how is it we got to this plague? And how is it that Cordelia had to go and hide all the other witches that made it just to like, what did he do? Did Michael Langdon join a different cult and they were able to do stuff that the original people he was working with weren't able to do? Is that what happened? Because if not, I'm confused. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. This didn't really answer too much. It answered a little bit. We only have a couple more episodes left, so we'll see how this goes. Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.